Okay, so this video is about to be real and raw and probably unedited. My name is Bronte Cable, and I kind of just wanted to hop on here to share my story. I live in beautiful San Diego, California, with my amazing husband and our 3 animals. We have 2 cats and a dog and 3 babies in heaven. I kind of just wanted to start telling our story and talk about the journey we're about to embark on. So like I said, we do have 3 babies that are in heaven, and we got pregnant for our first time April of 2017. At the time, we weren't trying. I've been wanting to start a family since we first got married, and we were just coming up on the point where we were actually going to start trying. So when my husband and I found out at about 3.5, 4 weeks, we were ecstatic. We were so excited. From the beginning, we did notice that I had a few complications I had been spotting from early on, but we weren't too alarmed because we had heard that that can sometimes be common. And so I went to an early appointment just in case we could check on the little baby, and they saw a beautiful sac and small little glimmer of what looked to be our perfect baby. Fast forward 2 weeks, the spotting and bleeding had gotten a little bit heavier, and I started experiencing some what felt like period cramps, a little bit more intense than implantation. So we rushed off to the emergency room, and in the process the bleeding became heavier, and we were then told we lost our first baby. Our first baby was born June 23rd of 2017. It took us a little bit to get ourselves back together after going through something that traumatic, and 5 months later we were pregnant with baby number 2. This pregnancy was perfect, no spotting, no complications. At 6 weeks, we got to go in and have an early ultrasound, and we saw this little baby's heartbeat. It was beautiful. A few weeks later, I would say, we went in for another ultrasound just to be sure, because we'd had some complications before. They wanted to keep a close eye on me, and there was minimal growth. We were about a week behind, and I figured, okay, it's just a small baby. The baby's fine. We saw a heartbeat. They're just growing slow. Well, they had me come back in a week later, and after that appointment, we were told that I lost baby number 2, and my body didn't want to pass this baby naturally. So I had to schedule a D&C, which was a crazy experience in itself. So we went in and had the procedure done, and our little boy was born at 10 weeks, but he was only 6 weeks and 3 days in size. With the D&C, they were able to take our little baby boy and do testing to see if they could figure out why we had lost baby number 2 at about the same size as we lost baby number 1. All of the tests came back. Everything was perfect. My results came back perfect. My husband's results came back perfect. And we were told just to try again. The 3rd time we were going to be using progesterone and some baby aspirin, just to see if maybe, because I ovulate late, it's because I'm not able to produce enough progesterone. So 2 months later, we found out we were pregnant with baby number 3. We were so excited. And I found out at like 3 weeks. I was so early, the test told me I was negative, and I was devastated, so I waited a few days. And I just felt inside of me, in my gut, I'm going to say it was the Holy Spirit saying, take a test on Saturday. So I have some tests in my drawer, and we got 2 lines. I called my husband because he was at work, and I was bawling hysterically saying, we're pregnant again, and everything was perfect. I started the progesterone almost immediately with blood tests and everything, and my levels were a little low, but the range is so great when you're first pregnant. It could be anywhere from 5 to 1,000 that I didn't think anything of it. And so at about 6 weeks, I was in Colorado visiting family, and I started feeling a little crampy on my last day and started spotting. And right then, I immediately went to fear. Having been through it multiple times, I just knew what was happening again. So I got on my plane as soon as possible and just prayed that I could keep my composure and be okay until I got off the plane and headed straight to the emergency room. Mind you, during this, my husband was gone for work for 2.5 weeks. So the moment I got off the plane, he met me at the airport, and not having seen each other in 2.5 weeks drove me straight to the hospital. From there, we were there for 4.5 hours to then find out that we lost baby number 3. That was about 1.5 weeks ago. Our baby was 6 weeks, 6 days. No matter how many times you go through this, you never become an expert. And it's hard because so many people say, oh, I've been through that, or I know someone who has, but I've never been through that. And no matter how many times you hear that someone's been through it, you still feel alone. And with every loss that we go through, I feel like we just get deeper and deeper into a club that we never wanted to be a part of. So at the age of 24, my husband and I are now starting fertility treatment. I'm not sure exactly where this journey is going to take us, how long it's going to take, or what crazy thing we're going to find out during it. But I just know that God has us on this journey for a reason, and there's going to be someone out there that I can help. And as silly as I feel making this video on my iPhone, because I don't even have a camera to do all this on, I just pray that it reaches one person who knows that they really aren't alone. And they're gonna be a success story. We're gonna be a success story. We're gonna look back on this day 5 years from now and say, wow, God, your timing is perfect. And these things that I've had to walk through, I may not ever understand them, but the joy I feel in my heart and the love for my child because of what I've walked through is perfect, is beautiful. So my first appointment is scheduled for 1.5 weeks from today, June 1st. I'm gonna meet and have a consultation with the fertility specialist. I'm also going down the route of natural medicine as well, with some acupuncture and meeting a naturopath to see if it could be a deficiency. So every step we take on this journey, I'm kind of wanting to document. I'm not sure if I'm really even gonna post these, but no matter what we're doing, we're always making strides. We're getting better, we're getting stronger, and something beautiful is gonna come from this. And I'm going to continue to say that and speak life into this, because even though I may be feeling hurt now, the more I speak it, the more I'm going to believe it. So something beautiful is going to come from this, and we're going to be holding our miracle in what feels like no time. And I promise you that God, He has a plan. And He didn't want any of this to happen. He didn't make any of this happen. We live in a fallen world. And just know that He hears your cries. And His promises will not fall flat. It just may take a little bit different time than those we see around us. And that's okay. Alright guys, well, I guess I'm going to wrap this up now that I'm kind of rambling, and I will keep you updated as we embark on this journey of fertility. All right. Love you guys.